Greetings, Namaste, Monsoon Karma here from Audio Advent, and what brings us here today is, of course, another addition to Sahana guitars, and this time around it's a single chord style guitar, and obviously it looks like a certain guitar that comes from a certain company, and this particular model harkens back to the initial days of Sahana when they used to do mostly the tribute models like the LP style and then the custom 24 style, PRS custom 24 style guitar, and now they have brought it back into their line with their own designated names and a few tweaks of their own, which really make a huge difference, in my opinion, in terms of sounds, in terms of feels, in terms of everything you can think about as a guitar player. And what's different with these guitars, with the custom 24 style guitars and with the LP style guitars that they have produced this time around, is that Sahana has produced them as their premium models, and we'll get to the point where I explain you why it's a premium model. And yeah, so let's work our way from the body to the head. We have a mahogany back and a mahogany neck, classic pairing, as most of us already know. And the top on this thing is Nepali mountain ash top. And for those of you who are not familiar with the kind of wood that is used as the top in this thing, mountain ash is as hard as maple, if not more. And it has this response that is a little bit different from maple in the sense that it's like it packs a lot more mid-range frequency. I don't know if I'm getting it right, but at least that's what I feel. And the color on this thing is called the Forest Green Burst. And yeah, simple LP style control layout with a volume and tone knob for each pickup, three-way selector, and the pickups on this thing are rock Puzari, not the usual ones. They are a little hotter on the range spectrum. The fingerboard on this thing is East Indian rosewood with mother of pearl tapestried inlays and side dots. It's a one-piece neck, and yeah, now to the feature that makes it a premium model. It has two carbon fiber rod reinforcements along with the truss rod. Truss rod being the usual two-way truss rod, and stainless steel fret wires. So yeah, fret wires for life. What else do you need, man? Really, medium jumbo stainless steel fret wires. So no corrosion, no degrading or whatever. By the time it degrades, you'll already be like 50 or something, if you use the guitar as much as I use. And the veneer on this thing is a matching veneer, a really thick veneer, as usual, as expected from Sahana, and really nice white binding. And in terms of comparison, if you really want to make a comparison, this guitar stands in line with standards like LP standards in terms of weight and everything. But to me, while playing it, I feel like I'm playing a custom. So yeah, it has its own thing, but if you're into comparisons, that's what I feel like. The rest of the specs have already been mentioned in the screen to you. One really good thing that I like about what Sahana does with LP style guitar is this headstock volute. I know that Gibson have reintroduced them quite recently and they have their own style of volute, but that's something that should be maintained like across the range, even for Epiphones. I really expect that in a guitar because Gibsons, I mean, these kind of guitars are more prone to breaking on this particular part. So yeah, this volute is really something that I really want in a guitar if I'm using this kind of guitar with this kind of headstock angle. This saves the life of the guitar. It's really cool, yeah. And sad for you guys because you cannot really see it, but this mahogany looks like it's really rich, and sometimes when I see it, look at it, it turns like golden, and that's really cool. And all black hardwares. If I missed anything, you can go back on checking the specs. It's, all in all, it's really nice. And for full disclosure, I'm not an LP style guitar player. I don't like LPs, but the production models from Sahana, these LP style guitars are really nice, and this is the first time that I've ever grown so soft to an LP style guitar. Yeah, let's hear some cleans and then some dirt, and we'll talk some more about it again. Let's do some cleans on the Breeze. Again on the Breeze with the gold plate on. On the middle now. On the middle again with the gold split on the Breeze on. With the gold split on the neck too, which means both the gold splits are on. Really good for your clean rhythm style guitars. And on the neck. With the coil split on. Yeah, those were the cleans. And again, this is really hard to hear on the YouTube, but the cleans on this thing, I guess that's something to do with the pickups. The cleans on this thing are really tiny, and the setup I've used for cleans are a Vox style amp setup in my SD 500X with a lot of reverb. I really like reverbs, and that goes into this LV300 on the clean channel. And yeah, it's really crisp, and I'm not really that big into coil splitting, but on this guitar I really like it. So yeah, let's move on towards distortions. And before moving towards distortions, just a tad bit of chat here. To me, I never got inspired by any particular player to pick an LP, but all I can remember, even from my early days to this point, is there are two players that really sign with an LP, at least to me, and those players are Gary Moore and Christopher Steen from Refused. And yeah, let's hear some Refused kind of rhythm on this guitar with distortions on. That was on the bridge, and again on the bridge with the gold split on. You could hear the noise up there, and it's natural because when we split the coil, it goes single coil, and single coils are noisy. So on the middle now. On the middle with the coil split on the bridge on. On the middle with both the coil splits on. On the neck. On the neck with the coil split on. The neck pickup on this thing is really great in a sense that it packs a lot of punch, which means you could use it for like heavy rhythm stuff. And yeah, this LP style guitar by Sahana has really been pleasing to play. And there's one thing that Sahana does that I feel is different from the other guitars is they do something on right here, like where they join the neck. I don't know what's the different thing that they do here, but to me it feels like I'm holding something different from the regular LP style guitars. And yeah, again, that's something good in my checklist. So if you want to try this guitar, go over to the store in Star Mall, Putali Sadak, try it out. There are a bunch of friendly people that take care of these things over there. You can talk to them, you can, yeah, pretty much play it out and choose by yourself. The link to Sahana's page has been provided in the description section below. And be sure to keep updated on my Instagram if you want to see more of these things. And yeah, all in all, it's been a pleasing experience with this guitar. And as always, you guys have been great. And thank you for supporting me. I reckon it's been a year since I started the channel. And yeah, Happy New Year.